Well, good afternoon, YouTubers. We're trying to make more videos, so that's the biggest thing. So we're just trying to put any kind of content out there that we can. We have a surprise because there's been a car that has been absent for a while, and that's because it was sleeping at a fab shop. A lot of people ask, well, why did you have a fab shop working on the car when you can do fabrication work? Well, I'm busy with regular work, as you can see, if you look around. There's a lot going on. And that's just cars that are sitting inside because right now we're dealing with thunderstorms that are ripping through the area again, because now we live in Oklahoma, not Connecticut anymore, because we get tornadoes. Yeah, tornadoes. Tornado hit yesterday. Very strange. So the surprise is I'm trying to finish the zoomies on the 39. We actually, if you want to show them, we did get one side fully welded. Everything's a little tight in here right now because I can't put cars outside. So we did get this side welded up. I did buy some gold wrap, some heat wrap. Everybody's gonna be like, why Amazon? Because Amazon's awesome. So I found some gold heat wrap. So I'm gonna wrap each individual pipe with the gold, right from the flange all the way down to probably like right about where it comes, you know, right here where it bends, and then I'll stop right here, and then these will be exposed. This is for the driver's side. I already had that mocked up. I got the flange, and then I finally got the other zoomy tube kit, so because we need more bends. So I actually bought 4 rolls of this stuff.
2 boxes worth?
Yeah, I bought 2 boxes. It was cheap. Actually, wasn't that expensive. Amazon. So it's made in China, but I don't really care. So the surprise is Nova. So Matchbox Nova's back. So what we did was we wanted to fit a full-size tire under the car because if anyone knows the stock Nova wheel well and the opening can only allow a 26 by 8.5 at the most. So you're talking a 235 60/15. Which would be the same size tire as a 26 by like 8.5, 8 inch. So that's the max tire you can fit. Well, that doesn't really work because I really wanted a bigger tire. So we picked up these wheels from Jegs. They're just the Jegs SSR Mag. It's a 28-10-5 slick. And we found a set of used Caltracs with the traction bars.
Brand new.
Brandy new out of a 66 Nova, which is the exact same thing.
It's only 1 year difference.
It's actually the same, everything's the same. So I got lots of situations going on here. So they got the traction bars that go with it. We got the 9-inch housing. So what I did was I sent a friend of mine's son in the area is doing fabrication work, and he's very good overall, and I wanted to give him a chance. So instead of me tying up the garage for the last 4 months, I gave him the car and I said, I want to do a mini tub. So he took it and he did all the, cutting and basically put full tubs. Now, what stinks is
it was in the trailer.
It was in the trailer. Yeah, it was in the trailer for a few weeks, and they started getting some surface. So that's just got to get cleaned off, scuffed down. But he did basically a full mini tub. It's not a full tub, but it's a mini tub. It's right to the frame rail. What they do is usually you notch the frame rail all the way back and then plate it, which he did if you show him in the wheel well. And we did
super duper big.
We did full tubs.
Well, technically not full tubs.
Well, for the side, I'm sorry, a full mini tub is really what it's considered. So,
if you did a full tub, it would be another like 8 inches.
But if you look, I'll take this out of here. So we have plenty of room. This is a 15 by 10 inch rim with a 28-10-5 wheel, and that's really difficult to do on Nova. So if you look inside,
rusty.
No, it's okay. This comes right off. It's just surface. This is all going to scuff off. I'm not worried about it. So we did a full tub right back. He plated the frame rail and did full tub all the way in to the frame rail. So when I say full, it's just right to the frame.
Are those rivets?
No, that's spot welded.
Oh.
So he did a really nice job, very clean. And then we also added in the back, we added sliders. Over here, bud, you can show them right here.
Oh.
So we had the sliders in the back for the leaf spring, and then we did
Also
full.
a center bar thing.
Yep. So if you look, he made these nice little dollies. It's okay. So I could wheel the car around because there was no rear in the car. So these are just got to take out. But he did full frame connectors all the way up, new ones, new perches for the front part of the spring. So this car was, and he boxed everything in nice. He did a nice job. Wow, it's starting to rain now. Holy crap. So I got to just basically redo the brake lines. Oh boy.
All the lights flickered.
Oh boy, here comes the weather. Kill it. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but when you have a metal building and it's raining really hard, it's loud. Right, Squints? And we are stuck in here right now because there's a crazy storm going on. Hey boy! Hello! Oh my God. So stay tuned. All right, so the storm has died down because it was pouring rain so loud that I couldn't hear anything. It's still raining out, but it's not that bad. So we got the rear, the 9-inch here. We measured across. Squints helped me with our automatic tape measure. Hold on, wrong way. Oh yeah, you wish you had one of these.
And we also have a automatic crescent wrench.
Oh, we do, yes. We have an automatic
Adjustable
wrench. We'll show you that another time. So this is the pinion centerline tool. It's bolted to the housing. We cut the original ends off because this was made for a factory width for the Nova. So we cut all that off. That's all been taken care of. So the measurement we came up with, Squints and I, total width, which would be rim to rim, inside of rim to inside of rim, with the tire with enough room between the quarter panel and the tire and the inner wheel well and the tire, gives basically centering the wheel. We came up with 52.5 inches.
No, it was 43 and a quarter.
No, would you stop? I'm explaining this. The overall width was 52.5 inches.
Oh, well, let's cut.
Yeah, just stop talking, will you? 52.5. So 52.5, if you're looking at an axle with a new outer bearing flange, 52.5 would be from this right here, axle to axle on the other side. So you have to take into consideration the distance here, which we measured with a straight edge off of this area right here where it's going to end up getting butted to the tube and then welded. It's beveled. So from this distance here to the outside of here we measured, and we came up with 4 5/8. Right? That was the distance from here to here, right? And that was including a rotor, if you were to put a rotor on here, which we figured would be 1/8 of an inch. So it's 4 5/8 total distance. So that has to be calculated in to your overall width of where that's going to go and where we have to cut this. So we had to do a little bit of math. So that's an overall of 9 1/4 inches total for that distance on one side and the other side. Why are you so close?
You have it on 0.5.
I know, but you're like right on top of me.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So the overall is 52.5. So we did some math and we figured out that we needed 21 5/8 of an inch from pinion centerline to where we would cut it, which would give us the overall distance we need for the length and the width of the axle. So we marked that here and we marked it over there. So that's where we have to now cut the tubes. And we did double check and triple check with our math for the most part. So this is a tool I borrowed from a friend. It's a really cool setup he has. So what he does, he has, I know they sell tools, but we didn't, you know, I'm not gonna go buy a tool, but he had all of these adapters, which are all for different style rear differentials. This is for big Ford bearing. And then he has a center housing, a chuck, that he has the bushings that are inside it. And all he does is bolt this down into the rear, into the housing, and then he has this precision bar over here
What the?
So this goes all the way through. So what you would do is, you put your center section in there, you slide this through the center section, and then you put your bushing that he has on the end, and you tack your new ends on, a little tack, tack, tack all the way around, and make sure that the bushing is still removable and it can come in and out of that housing end, and then you can fully weld it once it's tacked. So that's the setup we're using, because we don't have an actual tool, but this works really well. And it's from a friend of mine who actually made all this years ago, because he used to do a lot of chassis work, not so much anymore. So that's it. We're gonna get this all set up, cut. We're not gonna finish it today, unfortunately, because we're running out of time. But we will be finishing it. I'll drop another video with us cutting and sizing and welding the rear, and then we'll be good. The only difference, these axles are for stock width. The other axle has a lot of spline. This axle has very little. So it's about roughly 2 3/4 of an inch difference, which we'd have to cut the axle and there won't be enough spline. So I'm gonna have to either buy new axles or send both axles out and have them shortened. But this axle has
a bunch of spline.
Yeah, it's really weird. This axle,
That one honestly looks kind of...
this axle has a lot of spline on it.
Yes.
I mean, look at that. That's like a ridiculous amount of spline. So if you took a little over 2 inches off of here, you still have all this spline here.
That's almost double the amount on that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. These are from Quick Performance. So I'm just gonna call them and see what they recommend doing. If I have to buy new axles, I'll just buy new ones, or if I can send them this axle and have them just re-spline it or spline it further, because that's all it needs. It just needs more spline. So I'll see what they say. I don't know. But I forget what these are. I don't know if they're 33 spline or 31 spline. I'd have to count them. So I can't remember what they are. You're not going to count them, dude. Don't worry about it. It's okay.
They look like 37.
Right, 37. That's exactly what they're not.
Or like 69.
They're not. They're either 31 or 33.
Doesn't it say on the box?
That box is old. I don't even know if there's any. I had paperwork for this, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, because you also got like 3 blowers with it.
Yeah, there was paperwork here. I don't know where that paperwork went. I put it
36.
somewhere. I don't know. So, not sure. I'm not worried about it. I'll just count them. So, but that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get the leaf springs back in it.
Tomorrow?
At some point, possibly tomorrow. I don't know. I gotta see how my schedule is.
Or tomorrow after tomorrow?
We'll figure it out. But I'd like to get the differential in it permanently, so that way we can roll the car around and the wheels, it'll be back on the ground. And then we're actually gonna start taking the front end apart, so, because we are changing the whole front suspension. The stock suspension, even though that was upgraded at one time.
It's CPP.
Yeah, it's a CPP front suspension upgrade, which has the coilovers, the better control arms, but it's still a stock. It's still a stock suspension, so you're limited because of space and style. It's not as nice. So I'm going to change all that. It's going to be a Mustang 2 front clip we're going to put on it. So it'll just have a better ride quality, and I have more room to do what we want to do. So, because there's a lot going on. So stay tuned. I appreciate everybody watching. This is a quick little video, and next video will be cutting and welding that diff and getting it into the back of the car, I promise. So stay tuned. Click your notifications. Thank you.
This is all from my college funds. So don't forget to subscribe.
It's not for your college funds, so please don't listen to him. Thank you.